through basically a Q school and other weekly exemptions.
Early, we're seeing in the wild card match with Machuga and Hurd how lane pattern E is coming to effect. 35 feet, and perhaps some gutter balls we might see today as well.
We saw a lot of gutter balls this week. The only player on our telecast to not throw it in the gutter, Jason-Hurd. Pattern E, which means friction because it's a short pattern, you got to get the ball to the right near the channel. Last year, pattern E, if you got it there early, it ricocheted. It looked like somebody kicked the ball left. But this year it's been modified. A little bit more oil outside. We already saw Jason-Hurd's ball wiggle when it got to that spot. You get it too far right, it goes right in.
For more on that, check out the very latest. PBA.com. Log on for information on the PBA Tour, including live audio and video coverage of the rounds of 16 and 8 replays of ESPN telecast every Monday as well. PBA.com. Machuga, hot start. Reflecting a lot, he tells us, on prior TV experience. In the pocket again. When he finished second at Walter Ray Williams Jr. outside Cincinnati back in 2001. Watched a lot of that tape. Says he learned a lot as well.
Look at his eyes focused on the target. The follow-through going right at his target, and watch the reaction. You know, a player knows when the ball leaves his hand whether it's going to be good or not. The only thing we can't control is pin carry, obviously. And Mike knew that was good when it left his hand.
Just his third TV show. Last time, Wyoming, Michigan near Grand Rapids. The Banquet Classic last year. Leaves a 10-pin now. Lost to Tommy Baker, 223, 175. That was just about a year ago. Could have taken a 53-pin lead with a strike there. Now a 42-pin advantage, trying to pick up the 10 for a mark.
And with the spare here he'll be going at a 228 pace. Right now, Jason-Hurd 186. But Jason-Hurd has a strike up in the 6th frame. And with 2 strikes in the 7th and the 8th, he can start putting some pressure on Mike Machuga.
The score as it stands, wild card match. Hurd the unorthodox approach. Slightly off the pocket again, and the 2-pin stands. We saw him in Syosset, Long Island, Randy, last season. We talked a lot about that little herky-jerky step movement he takes just prior to release on the approach.
Well, Jason's probably got the shortest pivot step in all of professional bowling. His 4th step is like almost a half a step. But what that does is it puts him in the late timing and helps him to create all that power.
Top of the broadcast, we talked about what was on the line. Valuable tour points and, of course, prize money. $40,000 to the winner. The runner-up today gets $20,000. More important, perhaps, is that exemption. Taking the pressure off yourself for next year to be one of the 64. To be able to do that on opening day, I think, would be an incredible relief. Solid 10-pin. The March to the World Championship begins today. We will end it in Ypsilanti, Michigan, on the Eastern Michigan University campus, not far from Detroit. Arena setting. Should be very exciting in March. Those are the points that lead us there. Spare ball that time for Jason-Hurd. Goes straight at the 10-pin. Jason's had a great week. Knocked off the Player of the Year last season, Walter Ray Williams Jr. The round of 16. They're all best of 7 now. That was a 4-1 score. Big lead, Mike Machuga. Stretches it.
Catches the Wally, the light break, to maintain his lead on Jason-Hurd. This ball is going to get into what we call the swish zone, or half pocket, light hit. This is why you put power and revolutions on a bowling ball. You see, Mike Machuga is getting the ball back from that spot. Jason-Hurd is not. And you would think, if anything, it would be absolutely the opposite.
Back-to-back banquet shows. We talked about last year. It was in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Wyoming, just outside Grand Rapids.
Mike Machuga with a 43-pin lead can increase it to 53 with a strike here. If he strikes out 9th and 10th, he'll shoot 258. The best Jason-Hurd can do, 205.
Comes in a bit high.
And that's okay because you just left the 4-pin, the 4-9. Now you're talking about possibility of an open frame. The 4-pin, relatively easy spare for Mike Machuga. All he needs to do now is fill frames with marks, and he will advance.
Pete Weber, Dave Osio, the role models for Mike Machuga. Growing up through the ranks, Erie, Pennsylvania. He is well-traveled. As we mentioned, spending some time here at Nebraska as well as a student. And a great bowler. Back to Hurd, who does find the pocket, but is it too late?
Well, it is too late unless Mike Machuga fouls or double gutters in the 10th frame, and that's not going to happen. But I think the one thing that Jason-Hurd's going to take from this week is, number one, great start to that all-exempt, or getting those points for that all-exempt field for next year. But number two, Jason is now a free agent, and this is his first tournament with brand new equipment.
7th career TV appearance. His TV record will drop to 2-7. Semifinal number 1, a great matchup for you here on opening day. Robert Smith, the flamethrower. Talk about rev rate with him. And Lonnie Wallachek, a 2-time winner on tour last year. His first ever titles came last season. Robert Smith telling us he wants to bounce back after, for him, a very disappointing season last year.
This match is officially over. Mike Machuga will advance. For Jason-Hurd, it's a nice week. Look at that cow spare ball. That is so cool.
Great week for Jason-Hurd. With wins over Mike Devaney, Walter A. Williams Jr., Brian Smith in match play in those best-of-7 matchups. So Machuga will take on Angelo in the next round in the semifinals. Brad, the Rookie of the Year last year. TV debut for him, and like Machuga, going for that first ever championship. And now, an exemption as well on the line. Gotta feel good if you're Mike Machuga. Performing in front of a lot of friends. He's got the Nebraska colors on. We mentioned he was a Husker. Lincoln is about 50 miles from where we are here in Greater Omaha. Everyone in these parts, Randy, is a Cornhusker fan. No question about it. And a former Husker, a hometown hero, has come back to get a victory in the wild card match.
Yeah, not a good place to wear an Oklahoma Sooner hat, but Mike Machuga did what he had to do. He stayed clean, he hit the pocket.